Dean Martin called Elvis's secret line at Graceland with a shaking hand. March 15, 1972, at 11:47 p.m. with a glass of whiskey in his hand. He stared at the phone for 2 hours, trying to decide if calling would save or kill his friend. 3 times the phone rang. Elvis answered. It sounded like he'd been awake for days because his voice was tired and far away. "Dean, are you okay?" Dean drank a lot and then put the glass down. "It was going to hurt. I need to tell you some effing. I should have told you this months ago." Elvis got out of bed. There was Priscilla downstairs watching TV. Lisa Marie was in her room sleeping. The house was too quiet, too big, and too empty, even when people were there. "What is it? Not on the phone. Could we meet up tonight?" "Dean, it's almost midnight. What's going on?" "Elvis, please. We need to do this right away. My room number is 2847 at the Sahara. Come by yourself." The line stopped working. Elvis looked at the phone. Dean Martin wasn't one for drama. Not unless something was really wrong did they call in the middle of the night. Elvis got dressed, but he didn't tell Priscilla where he was going. Instead, he took his keys and drove alone to the Sahara Hotel, his mind racing with ideas. What did Dean need to tell him at midnight that he couldn't wait until the morning? He got there at 12:33 a.m. I rang the doorbell. Dean replied right away, as if he had been waiting there. His eyes were red and hurt, not because they drank, because of something else. It looked like guilt. "Welcome." Elvis walked into the room. It had a smell of smoke and sadness. Dean made 2 drinks. Elvis didn't touch his. "Dean, please talk to me. What is this about?" Dean slumped down, ran his hand through his hair, and looked everywhere but at Elvis. 6 months ago, I saw something that I told myself wasn't my business. I told myself to stay away from it, but it's been bothering me every day since." Elvis felt sick to his stomach. He knew, he seemed to already know how this was going to end. "I have a question for you before you hear what Dean told Elvis that night. Have you ever had a friend tell you the truth that broke your whole world? Have you ever wished you could take back something you heard? Add your story to the list below. Someone else who is going through the same pain might learn from what you've been through." "Dean, just say it." "In September, I stayed at the Beverly Hilton. Had a meeting with my boss. I saw Priscilla as I was leaving and going to the lift." Elvis held onto the chair with both hands. His fingers turned bright white. "She was with a man. They were leaving a room together." "What?" "She often gets together with other people. Decorators and designers." "Elvis, stop. You understand that's not what I mean." The only sound in the room was the hum of the air conditioner. Elvis was having trouble breathing. Not able to think. What did he do? His name escapes me. "Hey, young man." About 25. Dark hair. It looked like a teacher or something. The way they were with each other. The way he stroked her arm. The way she looked at him. "You're not telling the truth." "I wish I was." The chair fell over when Elvis stood up so quickly. His face turned red. His neck had bulging veins. "You want to tell me that your wife has been cheating on you for 6 months? At first, I wasn't sure what I saw. I told myself I was seeing things that weren't there and that I was wrong. The secret friendship. I saw them again, though. When? At a Beverly Hills restaurant last week. They had their hands on the table. I was with Jean. We were in a bar. I saw everything, but Priscilla didn't." Elvis took his drink from him and threw it against the wall. The glass broke. The wallpaper got wet with bourbon. "Why are you now telling me this?" "Why tonight?" "Because I saw her with him at the same hotel again this afternoon." "Elvis, I can't take this any longer when I know what I know. I can't look you in the eye and act like everything is fine. I know you. You deserve to know the truth." Elvis paced the room like a wild animal in a cage. He was thinking about everything that had happened in the last 6 months. Every time Priscilla said she had plans. She was always late getting home. She always seemed far away and focused on something else, even though she was right in front of him. "What is his name?" "I told you I wouldn't find out. I want to know about him and his home. Everything." Dean got up, walked over to Elvis, and put his hand on Elvis' shoulder. "What are you going to do?" "I need to talk to my wife." Elvis didn't say anything else before he left. As fast as 90 miles per hour, I drove back to Graceland. He had such a tight grip on the driving wheel that his fingers went numb. At 1:52 a.m., he pulled into the driveway. Downstairs, the lights were still on. There was Priscilla awake. Elvis came in through the front door. She was reading a magazine on the couch in the living room when we found her. She smiled and looked up, that same smile that made him love her when she was 14. He could feel that smile in his chest like a knife. "Hey, kid! Where did you stay up so late?" Elvis stood by the door and looked at her face, trying to find signs of shame, lying, or betrayal. "Please tell me the truth when I ask you a question." Priscilla's smile went away. The magazine was put down. "Okay, what is it? Are you seeing someone else?" The question was like smoke in the air. It got really cold for Priscilla. She opened her mouth and eyes wider, but enough words came out. "Elvis, don't lie to me. Do not lie to me now." Priscilla had tears in her eyes. She got up and walked toward him. Elvis took a step back. "Respond to the question. It's not what you think. You're seeing someone, then." Priscilla put her arms around herself and began to cry. No, not soft tears of sadness. The hard sobs of someone whose secret just came out in public. "What does he look like?" Now Elvis's voice was cold. Very quiet. "His name is Mike Stone. He shows people how to do karate. He and I met at how long? Elvis, let me explain. How many nights have you spent with him?" She jerked back as if he had hit her. "A few months. A few months. A few months." Elvis laughed. She had never heard such a terrible sound before. "Not full. Broken. I did everything for you. Everything. I made you a queen. Got you this house. This life. And everything else you could have asked for. You're also disrespecting a karate teacher. Elvis, you're never here. You're touring all the time. Always in Vegas, with those guys and girls all the time. You shouldn't turn this around on me. Do not blame me for this. I have no plans to." "Did you love him?" The question made Priscilla stop in her tracks. She cried as she looked at Elvis. Saw the shock on his face. And the man she had loved for more than 10 years fell apart in front of her. "I'm not sure." Elvis felt like something inside him broke. Something very important that could never be whole again. "Leave." "What?" "Get your stuff together and leave my house tonight." "Elvis, please. Let's talk about this." "We have nothing to talk about. You lied to me. You told a lie. You lied about everything we had. Leave me alone." Priscilla was crying very hard now. "How about Lisa Murray? She stays with me here. You can see her when I tell you to." "That's not possible. I'm her mom. Also, you should have thought about that before you went ahead and killed this family." Elvis turned around, walked up the stairs, into their bedroom, and began putting Priscilla's clothes on the bed by taking them out of the closet. Priscilla tried to stop him by following him. "Elvis, stop. Stop right now. Let's talk about this. It's over for me. I'm sick of hearing your lies. I told you the truth all the time." Elvis turned around. In her face. "You told the truth. You weren't lying when you said you were going shopping, had appointments, or kissed me goodbye and went to see him." She couldn't answer because she knew she was wrong. "Every moment I spent with Mike was based on lies. During secret talks, calls, and lies that were told so well. It was almost like she was sure they were true." "I'm sorry." The words were barely audible. Elvis put down his clothes and stood there with his back to her. "Saying sorry won't help. Saying sorry doesn't change what you did. Saying I'm sorry doesn't change the fact that the woman I loved and trusted the most picked someone else. I didn't pick him over you. Then what do you call it?" She sat on the edge of the bed and tried to come up with words that made sense. That would explain how lonely she was and how she felt cut off. Elvis's love had turned into control at some point, and all she wanted was to be seen again. She did not want to feel like Elvis Presley's wife. She wanted to feel like herself. But there were no words that could fix this. There was no reason that could fix what she had broken. She finally said, "I felt lost. I felt like I was going away. Like I didn't exist besides being your wife. Mike made me feel like Priscilla again. Not Elvis's wife or Lisa Marie's mother." Elvis turned around. He didn't cry, but his eyes were red. "That's why this is my fault. I made you lie." "That's not what I mean at all." "Then what do you mean?" "I'm telling you I messed up. A bad mistake. I'm sorry too. I'm really sorry. I can't keep acting like everything was fine before this happened, though."